Look, I know that you don't have to be here to make $1 million a year, and some of you are like, I'm not here to make it, fine, whatever. But I want to tell you that you can do in 3 years here what it took me 10 to 15 to do. I truly believe that. I want to talk to you about the 2021 seven-figure leader. The 2021 seven-figure leader. I think you can do in here in 3 years what it took us 10 to 15 to do. Are you kidding me? A year and a half ago on a Monday night, I had a 6 and an 8 o'clock appointment. I get in my car, 6 inches of snow, drive 45 minutes south down Calgary to meet with a family. Then I get back in my car, I head all the way to Airdrie, 40-minute drive, and then I'd be home at 9:30, 10. Are you kidding me? Now, 2 Zoom appointments, close my laptop, tuck my kids into bed. Zoom appointment, close the lid, dinner with my wife, pop the lid back up, bath time, pop the lid back down, team call, whether I'm at the office or I'm at home. Man, the entire game has changed. But I want to tell you what it takes to be a leader in 2021 in our company. Number one, you got to spend the time with the right people. Everybody's going to want your time, especially now. The world's in disarray. Everybody wants your ear. Everybody wants you to pay attention to them. Read my posts, right? I'm anti-mask or I'm pro-mask. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. We're trying to build a business here. I care, but I'm talking about building a business. Everybody wants your ear. Everybody's going to be pulling at you. The adversary is at full force. Whether it's the devil or what you believe in. So here's the deal with your team. You got to treat everybody like they're going to be with you forever. But you got to run your business like they're all gone tomorrow. I treat everybody like they're going to be with me forever, but I run my business like they're all gone tomorrow. And anybody can be replaced. Even me, if I die tomorrow, God forbid, WFG would find another Steve Holbrook. And maybe nobody just like me or just like you, because we're all born, right, unique. But the company would survive without me, and the company would survive without you. And your company should be able to survive with anybody on your team. That's got to be your mindset. You got to be spending time with your best people. And when you're not spending time with your best people, you should be nourishing yourself, refueling your tank. My favorite mental image, you ever seen those fighter jets in the air that are getting refueled on the fly? Like, if that isn't the best mental image ever, where did jets burn the most fuel? Takeoff and landing. Well, what if you never landed your plane? What if you could refuel yourself while you were in the air, man? How do you do that? First of all, you spend time with your best people. Do you still have to give some time to, people that are, maybe wasting time or whatever? Of course. You want to be open to a certain extent. But man, I don't have a ton of time for people that aren't here to build a business. Doesn't mean you have to be hot out of the gates. Doesn't mean I'm going to give you a quota. But if you're here to waste somebody's time, that person doesn't need time spent with. They can get group time. I'm talking about your one-on-one time with your best people. So who are your best people? Well, I have 7 things that I look for in a stud. It's called my stud finder. And I'm not sure if you've heard this before, but I'm going to tell you again, because every single month I review this list, and I have for the last 11 years since getting out of the hospital. Number 1, are they likable? I just did a post on this yesterday. Number 2, are they trustworthy? I know a lot of people that are likable, not trustworthy. Number 3, do they have desire? So likable, trustworthy, desire. You can't do anything without desire. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Steve, the total stud, he's the whole total package. Everybody loves him. Yeah, he doesn't have a belly full of desire. He's not hungry. Number 4, are they committed? Man, I'd rather take somebody with no potential and full commitment than full potential and no commitment. You got to be fully committed. And I wish I would have adopted this early on. Number 5, are they in the right market, or are they willing to get into the right market? Hey, I was 23. I didn't necessarily have the right market, but you know what? I was willing to work my ass off and get into the right market. That's the difference. RJ started at a young age. Look at his team. It's a bunch of studs on his team. Many people that are older than him and Chelsea. He wasn't in the right market, but he was willing to talk to those people, or he was willing to get in the right market. Number 6, are they willing to talk to those people? I know people that have a great market, but I know people that aren't willing to talk to those people. Steve, I don't have a market. Really? You don't have a market? How long have you lived in Canada? Oh, just 40 years. Just 40 years. Well, I'll tell you what, if you can't get me in front of 15 to 20 people that would brag about you, that would say great things about you, that's a problem. That's a problem. And then number 7 is the X factor. And if they have the X factor, my goal is to be in their wedding party. Here's the X factor. Can I see them doing what I do at the level that I do it at? Can I see them doing what I do at the level that I do it at? Hey, Colton Burr was 19 years old. He had big earrings in his ear. He had a mullet. But he was a top junior football player in Canada. And I saw something in this kid that he didn't even see in himself. And I said, hey, bro, you jump in my back pocket, we're going places. You find someone with all 7 of those things, you are their best friend. You are the whisper in their ear before the head hits the pillow. You're the first text message they get in the morning. You are all in. And you know what? There's not a lot of time left over for people that aren't committed, that don't have desire, that aren't trustworthy, that aren't likable. Hey, you aren't likable? Hey, go get likable and let me know how that goes. If you aren't likable, there's nothing I can do for you. Become more likable. Now, you can work on becoming more likable. Trustworthy, you have to bring that to the table. If you're not trustworthy, integrity is a non-starter for me. Desire, you got to get hungry if you want me to work with you. You got to get more committed if you want more of my time. You got to be willing to talk to the people in the right market if you really want to fly here. Number 2, you got to wrap your head around recruiting and building. You got to wrap your head around recruiting and building. Like, what is WFG to you? What is this all for? Man, I look at a caliber of team like this, and if you guys actually wrapped your head around recruiting and building, it'd be scary. Be scary. Here's how I know your recruiting numbers are too low. Because there's way too many people on this call that have goals and dreams that way exceed your recruiting numbers. See, why are you here? What are you trying to build? To wrap your head around recruiting is simple. It's a long-term vision for your business and for your life. What's your long-term vision for your business and for your life? Where do you really want to be? How do you really want to live? I'm in the distribution game. And the distribution game trumps the financial game. Why? Because I can help more people this way. I can make more money and I can live a better life. I can help more people. I can make more money and I can live a better life. You were recruited and so was I. That's all we should need. Wait a minute. Somebody gave me a shot here. Somebody gave me an opportunity to do this. If it's good enough for me, damn, it's good enough for everybody else. Is this for everybody? No. But it could be. The way I run my business is not a join deal. I have my vision of what I want to do with my life. And now I have to go and find the people that are going to be on the front line of my children's legacy. I wake up every morning looking for people that are going to be on the front line of my children's legacy. Why would you leave finding your best people up to your team? Why would you ever leave that up to your team? I'm not going to leave my team up to finding me, my front line, who's going to run my kid's legacy. I'm going to find those people. I'm going to get directs. And I'm not the widest, but I got 14 frontline SMDs and 21 licensed people that show up twice a week. I had business off 16 licensed legs last month, direct to me in the base shop. And yeah, we're only at 60 licenses, but we should be at 80 here by the end of July, and we'll be at 100 by the end of the year. But I'm not to run a join deal. This is not a join deal, Kevin. I appreciate your interest in our business, but I got some questions for you. I know you came highly recommended from Susanna, but before we onboard you, I got some questions for you. I need to see if you're a fit. That's how I run my business. And you know what? When you run it the right way and you run it like it's a real business, recruiting's not weird. You're expanding, you're growing distribution. You have a vision for your business. If you lack recruiting, you lack a vision for your business and a vision for your life. So stop selling it small. Stop recruiting to your nightmare of small and paperwork and one person joined, one person quit, and oh my God, it's so hard. And oh, no, another meeting. Are you kidding me? You don't have to be. You get to be at another meeting. You get to be on training. You get to have clients. Number 3, you got to be relentlessly consistent. Relentlessly consistent. We're in a very uncertain world. People need certainty. People need some, they log on social media. They go to a family's house. It's negative. The world's falling apart. You know what the world wants? They want leaders that are consistent, not perfect, consistent. You can't be different every time they see you. Let me give you some things you got to be consistent with. Your attitude. You can't be up and down with your attitude all the time. Your attendance. You can't be casual with your attendance. Man, 2 minutes late for every meeting. Why show up at all? What's the point? Can you imagine trying to follow somebody that logs in 2 minutes late for every meeting? The aura, the energy you're giving off is you might not be here one day. 2 minutes late today, probably don't log in a year from now. I just missed one meeting, Steve. Yeah, it's one meeting today. That's the start. That's the start. Just don't be late. It amazes me. Even SMDs, they're casual with training. It's just, what do you expect? I have no expectations of people that are casual. I have none. I have no expectations of people that are casual because casual people always become casualties. How about consistency with your activity? You don't need to do 20 appointments a week, but if your goal is to do 3 meetings a week, you should do 3 meetings every week. Not 1 and then 8 and then 2 and then 7. It's like depending on how the wind blows, that's how many meetings I'm going to be on. What? That sounds like a great strategy. I'd follow that. How about consistent with your energy? You can't be up, down, up, down. Like you can't be the person that we just know had a bunch of chargebacks last month. What's wrong with her? Chargebacks. What's wrong with him? Teammate quit. Like if that's you, what do you expect? How hard is that to follow? People are like, this is what people think, man, I don't even think I can do this already. I already don't believe in myself. My parents are calling this a pyramid scam. And I'm following somebody that's casual, up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh my God, there's no chance I can win. 0. I'll just quit now before I tell too many people I'm doing it. Like yes or yes. That's what it causes. Consistency with your communication. Consistency through your battles. And you guys are led by a warrior. And it gives him space and permission to talk about his battles because he never seeks sympathy. But how are you through challenges? You know the huffer and puffers? Like you'll be typing at your desk and you can hear them coming down the hallway. They're like, heavy breather. They'll stand at my door and be like, and I'll be like, yeah? They'll be like, hey. I'll be like, hey. Seat the meeting? They're like, yeah. Like, ciao. Like it's just 0 time. 0 time. Number 4, consistently teaching on how to close. It's not the biggest army. It's the best trained army. And man, I got a little sneak peek into the training that you guys get from your team. I was just blown away. I was raving about your training. I got an email from RJ. Him and Chelsea sent me a couple of things. I was just blown away. I was like bragging to like 4 or 5 people on what was it, Thursday at a team meeting. I'm like, man, look what RJ's got put together. Like it's mind blowing. But are you training your team? Are you waiting for the next high impact? Are you taking initiative? Are you doing training? Are you how well are you trained, first of all? How well is your team trained? Don't wait for RJ and Chelsea. This is your business. Yes, you're on their team and yes, you need to be aligned, but you take initiative. You sharpen the saw. You figure it out. Number 5, the 2021 leader has a social media presence. Listen, here's the deal. I don't want it to be a distraction. But having a social media presence is like the website of 2021. I don't send anybody to my website. A website tells you what I know, but nobody cares what I know anymore until they know who I am. 10 years ago, people they'd hear you out. Now, nobody cares what I have to say until they feel like they know who I am. That's why we spend a lot of time rapport building in meetings. You don't need a huge social media following. You don't need a huge account, but there should be somewhere I can go to see some pictures of you and your family and your kids and your business, some videos, your philosophy. I want to learn about you for 10, 15 minutes. If you don't think every single prospect is trying to find you on social media before they meet you, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. Every meeting that I get on, my team runs them through my social media before I meet with them. They need to know who they're meeting with, not because I'm this great social media guy. I don't want to be an influencer. You know who I am? I'm Steve Holbrook. And today you're meeting with Steve Holbrook. He's a father. He's 3 kids. He's a business leader. He's a thought leader. Today you're meeting with RJ Johnson. He's a leader, husband. He's empathetic, intelligent, sharp dressed. So you better be on your game when you see him today. But hey, here's his link. Go check out a couple of videos that he's posted. Are you kidding me? I don't get any of this. Or like, oh, I got some questions for you. Oh, you got some questions for me. Okay, yeah, bring it, Skippy. right? I don't get that anymore. Right? And neither would you if you got a little bit of a presence, if you just got a little bit on there more. Here's the key with social media, just self-brand. You're not an insurance rep. You say you're an insurance salesperson. 1/3 of people hate insurance people already, so that you're out. The other third of people, they're like, I'll tolerate you because you're nice, but it's just a matter of time before she sells me something. And the other 1/3 of people are already in WFG and they already have policies. So just be yourself. And nobody likes himself on video, FYI. Let me guess why you don't post on social media. Ready? Let me guess. Let me get into your brain. You don't know what to say. You don't like yourself on video. Oh my God. Weird. You're human. Make a list of all the things that people are struggling with right now, right? Lack of confidence, lack of belief, right? Raising a family, mindset, depression, anxiety, lack of money. Write a list for days of what people are struggling with and just make sure you're starting to hit some of those topics. Hey guys, it's Steve here. Not sure if anybody can relate, right? You just hop on here. You don't overthink it. It's pretty simple, right? Let's just have some fun with it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Holbrook here, online with the Stud Factory, RJ and Chelsea. We're doing some great training today, man. This team is going to the top. They got some of the top up-and-coming leaders in the entire company. I wish you were here. If you joined their team, fired up. There, I just did a real story that I'll tag them in a second. And you don't have to overthink it. You just got to get on there. You just got to do it, right? I don't care how I look, and neither should you. And my last point, as I start to wrap up, the 2021 leader understands the game that we're playing. They understand the game that we're playing. Is this your game? Is this your game? Is this it for you? See, for me, I knew I could never throw a football. I was never going to be in the NHL. But you want to know something, dude and dudettes? Let me tell you something. RJ will never be LeBron James in the NBA. But LeBron James will never be RJ in WFG. Tom Brady will never be Steve Holbrook in WFG. Not a chance. I would destroy him on the WFG field. And I will never be Tom Brady in NFL football. But you know what? Every single year, I put another championship banner in the rafters for my family. And I get to go and do that every year for the rest of my life. See, this was my shot. This was my shot. This was my opportunity. This was my Super Bowl. This was my Stanley Cup. This was it. This was it for me. I trained for it. I read for it. I thought for it. I recruited to it. This is the game, baby. This is the game. I don't do other stuff. More fun is more fun than fun is. You think NHL players would rather be golfing, having fun golfing? Golfing's fun. Having fun golfing or having fun playing in the NHL finals right now? Well, winning is more fun than fun is. Yes, I golf, and yes, I'm with my kids, and yes, I got a great relationship with my wife, but this is my game. This is my game. This is my sport. We're in the distribution game of financial services. We're in the recruiting game, the building our dream game. Man, I'm so glad I went to work 10 years ago when I got out of that hospital, when I had every reason to stop. I had every reason to throw in the towel. There were some nights, to be honest, guys, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. And I go to bed with tears down my eyes, just like, I don't know, like, is this it? Blood transfusions, needed a bone marrow transplant, all these things that they were going to have to do. Is this it? But I got another shot. Just like you have a shot right now to do something big with your life. And you know what? You don't have to be me because you got me. You don't have to be Chelsea. You have her. You don't have to be Paxton. You have him. We're in your back pocket, right? You were tools in the toolbox. Utilize us. You don't have to have a social media account like me. Just use it. Just send people to it. Get your team following me. Trust me with your team. Trust RJ with your team. Trust yourself with RJ's messages. Just follow the leaders. Be your own self, right? Do you, but be coachable. It's so worth it. But it all starts with what's your expectation of yourself and of your life? What do you expect here? Because chances are you're getting exactly what you expect. And if you want an upgrade of life, man, you got to upgrade your thoughts. You got to block out the poison. You got to go to work. Sometimes we overestimate what we can do in a year here, guys, but we definitely underestimate what we can do in 5 or 6. So I want you to know it's worth it. You got to keep your head down. And have fun along the way, because you never know when this journey's going to end. This journey called life. It'll be over one day. It'll be over. And then what? There's no redos. So I appreciate you guys having me. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to be here. I hope somebody got one thing out of what I talked to you today. I hope I hit one person between the eyes. And I want you to know you can find me on social media. You can hit me up. I can't always get to all my DMs, but I appreciate your feedback. So thank you, RJ and Chelsea, for entrusting me with these 45 minutes. And man, I look forward to seeing a bunch of you guys in Hawaii one day. Thanks, RJ.